Yeah, welcome to the episode 9 of my life experience, my work with God, and how God has helped me thus far. I saw that continuing the state school was going to be very burdensome for my mom because my uncles who had promised to be there, who had promised to see me through school, they started backing out. So I made a decision to pack my bags, go back to Lagos and start afresh. After all, I was still young and I had time. I remember a couple of people were like, why would you want to go back? You've already enjoyed the university world. You've seen how school is and you want to go back just like that, and all of those things. I'm coming back home. It was a big mockery for my mom because I was coming from a place. Remember, I was really bullied as a young child. So now I had already left Lagos, gone to university. Everyone was like, that joy of going to the university and then coming back. Everyone started laughing at me. They started mocking me. You want to show us that you are better. You've always wanted to show off that you are better than us. So you are back to the trenches with us and all of these things. It was a very devastating moment for me, and this was really affecting me. It was really traumatizing me and all. But I was determined. I was really determined to make out something out of my life. So I went back home. I tried to get a job with the help of my mom, and I was able to get a job at Alaba Market. It's important to note that I did quite a lot of jobs. I worked as a secretary in a logistic company, in Alaba Market. I worked as a secretary to in an electrical, shop. I worked as a receptionist in a hotel, and all of these jobs, I was doing them while I was still around 17, 18, 19. I was still young, as a receptionist in a hotel. I had done a lot of jobs, basically. It was after my ordeal at the Ebonyi State University, I came back to Lagos, and then I got a job as a secretary in an electrical company. So I just wanted to start saving resources so that I could go back to school. It's important to note that before my going to Ebonyi State University, I had been in basically like 2 or 3 relationships. I can't remember, right? There weren't any sexual intercourse in those relationships, but I was a young girl looking for love. And so when I saw any guy that came around and looked like, they cared for me, I instantly would think to myself that I'm in love with them. It's now I'm beginning to understand that those things were not love. It was the young girl in me. It was that young child in me who lacked that fatherly love from a childhood, that was looking to be validated with people. I just really thank God. Like I said, God has really been my help. God has taught my fingers to fight. God has taught me, all the things I knew. So even though those people were coming, masquerading to love me, to care for me, and all of that, they were coming with other motives. But I thank God that I really didn't fall for those evil intention, right? So because my Christian principle, I upheld my Christian principle. I knew what had been taught in the Catholic catechism. I knew what my mom had said to me. I thought about it, becoming pregnant and then putting my mom to shame. So most of these things just kept me going. You can imagine, that's what trauma does to someone, especially if you're a young lady that you came from a broken home, even a young guy that you came from a broken home. You might not know the extent to which these emotional, issues have affected your mind. They've affected how you think. They've affected you inside. It's okay. It's fine. It's normal. You are just a human being looking for love. You're just a human being wanting, to be seen, wanting to be loved. At this point, I encourage you to speak to someone. I would encourage you to go for counseling, right? It's not just about praying alone. It's also expedient that you look for counselors, even in the church, people who are specialized counselors. Speak to them about your pains, about your trauma. For me, I didn't have the opportunity. I kept all of these things in my heart, and that's why I'm saying some of these things to encourage you. Don't keep it to your heart. Speak to somebody who really can help you. I'll end this episode here. See you in the next episode. Bye.